Welcome to lecture on Introduction to Digital Computer. Myself Dr. D.S. V.Z.K. Kaladhar, Associate Professor, Microbiology and Bioinformatics, Atal Bihari Vajpayee University, Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh. In this lecture, we'll know about digital computer, the generations of computers, the organizations of the computer, and the low-level and high-level languages. Computer as a revolution left no area of life untouched in the present world. Coming to what is the definition of digital computer? The definition of a digital computer is the most commonly used type of computer and is used to process information with quantities using digits, usually using the binary number system. The examples of the digital electronic computers include IBM PC, the Apple Macintosh, as well as the modern smartphones. These digital computers are broadly classified into 5 categories based on their size and type. The first one is personal computer. It is a small single-user computer based on a microprocessor. In addition to the microprocessor, a personal computer has a keyboard for entering data, a monitor for displaying information, and a storage device for saving data. The second one is workstation, a powerful single-user computer. A workstation is like a personal computer, but it has a more powerful microprocessor and a high-quality monitor. 3. Mini computer, a multi-user computer capable of supporting from 100 to 10 to hundreds of users simultaneously. Mainframe, a powerful multi-user computer capable of supporting many hundreds or thousands of users simultaneously. The fifth one is supercomputer, an extremely fast computer that can perform hundreds of millions of instructions per second. Generations of computer. There are 5 different generations of computers. The first generation starts from 1940 and at 1956. So in this, the vacuum tubes has been used. Second generation starts from 1956 to 1963, where transistors are used. The third generation, 1964 to 1971, here the integrated circuits has been used. The fourth generation, 1971 to present, here the microprocessors has been using. The fifth generation starts from the present and beyond. In this, an artificial intelligence will be used. The first generation computers. The first computers used vacuum tubes for circuitry and magnetic drums for memory, and were often enormous, taking up entire rooms. They are very expensive to operate, and in addition to using a great deal of electricity, generated a lot of heat, which was often the cause of malfunctions. Hence, the first generation computers relied on machine language to perform operations, and they could only solve one problem at a time. Input was based on punch cards and paper tape, and output was displayed on printouts. The UNIVAC and ENIAC computers are examples of first generation computing devices. The UNIVAC was first commercial computer delivered to a business client. It was used in the 1951 US Bureau Census. The second generation, it is more than advanced than the first generation. Transistors replaced vacuum tubes and ushered in the second generation of computers. The transistors was invented in 1947 but did not see widespread use of computers until the late 1950s. The transistor was a vast improvement over the vacuum tube, allowing computers to become smaller, faster, cheaper, more energy efficient and more reliable than their first generation predecessors. Second generation computers still relied on punch cards and for input and printouts for outputs. Second generation computers moved from cryptic binary machine language to symbolic or assembly languages, which allowed programs to specify instructions in words. High-level programming languages were also developed at this time, such as early versions of COBOL, Proton. These were also the first computers that stored their instructions in their memory, which moved from magnetic drums to magnetic core technology. The first computers of this generation were developed for the atomic energy industry. Third generation computers. It is much more advanced than first and second generation computers. The development of the integrated circuit was the hallmark of the third generation of computers. Transistors were miniatured and placed on silicon chips called semiconductors, which drastically increased the speed and efficiency of computers. Instead of punching cards and printouts, users interacted with third generation computers through keyboards and monitors and interfaced with an operating system, which allowed the device to run many different applications at one time with a central program that monitored the memory. Computers for the first time became accessible to the mass audience because they were smaller and cheaper than their predecessors. Fourth generation computers. Here the present generation which we are using, the microprocessors, comes under fourth generation. The microprocessor brought the fourth generation of computers as thousands of integrated circuits were built onto a single silicon chip. What in the first generation filled an entire room could now fit in a palm of a hand. In 1981, IBM introduced its first computer for the home user, and in 1984, Apple introduced the Macintosh. Microprocessors also moved out to the realm of desktop computers and into many areas of life as more and more everyday products began to use microprocessors. As these small computers become more powerful, they could be linked together to form networks, which eventually led to the development of the internet. Fourth generation computers also saw the development of GUIs, the mouse and handheld devices. The present and future generation is the fifth generation computers. Fifth generation computing devices based on artificial intelligence and are still in development, though there are some applications such as voice recognition that are being used today. The use of parallel processing and supercomputers is helping to make artificial intelligence a reality. Quantum computing and molecular and nanotechnology will radically change the face of computers in years to come. The goal of the fifth generation computing is to develop devices that respond to natural language input and are capable of learning and self-organization.